Hi, Joe Glavin, City Floor Supply here on Facebook Live. Essentially what we're doing today is we're going to do a quick 10-minute introduction to Bona's craft oil. The panels that are down here now were used in the NWFA installation school, so we take the opportunity to do finishes and test a bunch of stuff on them. And what you see, Bona Chemi's rep, for our rep, Tony, has been in and coated these panels with us in a sales demonstration. I'm going to recoat the lighter brown one with the same Bona craft oil that we applied. So what you saw there, two different colors because they're the same color but two different treatments on the wood. One was water pop and one was not. So I'm going to do the non-water pop side. We're going to add a little more color to it. You can see from the left to the right, the darker panel has footprints in it. I've already cleaned the right-hand panel, and I'm ready to go. So yeah, the Bona cleaner, they have a specific cleaner for, here.
Special cleaner for the
natural oil, and this works for their Bona craft oil. So I'll clean this floor after we're done, but I'm going to do two methods here. I'm going to trowel it on so you can see how well it spreads, and I'm going to buff it on, which would be a traditional European hardening oil application by buffer. We're going to use the same color, clay, and we'll see what happens, see if it changes the color, if not. And I'll buff it on with a red pad, buff it up with a white pad and a towel, and then I'll probably hit it again just to make sure I get all the excess oil off. The unique thing about craft oil, and this is key, this is coatable with their traffic product. Any of the Bona traffic products can coat over in 12 hours Bona craft oil. If you are 6 months down the line and the customer just wants a film forming finish on there, then what you're going to want to do is clean the floor with their deep cleaner, possibly their machine, apply another coat of craft oil, wait 12 hours, and then coat it with Bona traffic. I know that's a lot of information real quick, but I just wanted to get that out there. All that information is available on spec sheets on our website at cityfloorsupply.com. So what I've done is I've mixed it. Again, we're kind of time limited here, but so it has a hardener, and here's the craft oil. It's a 9-to-1 mix. So I've put 9 ounces of craft oil in, which is probably too much for this panel, and then the craft oil catalyst. So you see I'm wearing gloves. It is a catalyst that you don't want to get on your skin. So we're all set now. That's been sitting. The colors that are available are clay, ash, charcoal, frost, neutral, and garnet. And maybe at the end of this, we'll just kind of pan through some of these panels. You'll see frost and gray. You'll see the clay that I'm doing now, and then garnet on the other side. So let's throw some of this down. So again, I just want you to see, this is a vegetable oil blend. It does have some urethane, oil modified urethane resin in it, but it is, because it's a vegetable oil blend, you get great penetration with this product. You get a spread rate of about 600 to 800 square feet per liter. Actually, probably per, what is it, 1.25 liters, I think, whatever the catalyst adds to that. And I will talk about the packaging that Bona has for this. And remember, I was wearing gloves. You can actually mix that catalyst without touching the product. So this, I mean, this stuff just moves. It's so easy. It's just a real nice product. And I wanted to show the trowel application so that you can see. We're going to bring this extra material up to where I'm going to buff, so I'm not wasting anything. And all I'm doing with this oil is just adding a little bit more life back to the floor. We've walked across this floor. It's a warehouse. There's hydraulic oil on here. Dust. We're next to a quarry. There is quarry dust everywhere in here. So I've cleaned this floor. It came up pretty well. I mean, it's nice. So, and you can see the footprints to my right there. But, so I'm gonna buff the rest of this in, but you can see like just how nice this material trowels and the kind of spread rate you're getting with this product. You're looking at a one coat application and the possibility of coating it with an outstanding water-based urethane that's also catalyzed. It's just going to be a great system. A simple package of 6 colors. I'm sure they're going to come out with color mix charts, all that stuff.
One of the things that we saw with other products in the industry is like, you know, at this header or joint, we could see some bleed back. And what we noticed when we did, because we used this product all across a couple weeks ago, is that because you're adding the hardener, you don't get the bleed back, and that's a really good feature with this product. That hardener is hardening that liquid that gets down into the grain, down into a crack, and doesn't bleed back. Whereas some of the competitive products can bleed back one.
And anyone that's worked with any kind of European hardening oil knows about bleed back, knows about water spotting. So we've had these panels down now for several weeks, and all I had to do to recoat this was clean it. We purposely poured water on these panels, left the water overnight, water evaporated, came in with the cleaner, and it cleaned up. So water spotting with a catalyzed hardening oil should be non-existent, and it is in this product. So you can see, I mean, my spread rate on this is pretty good. I'm using the oil that I've troweled, and it was simply one pour, and we're probably, I don't know, 80 square feet, maybe a little less. I could probably add a little bit here. So a lot of questions we get are open time. Because the product is catalyzed, you know, you do have to work with it. You're not going to be able to use catalyzed product overnight, the next day. And simply spread like this floor can have light traffic on it in 10 to 12 hours. So what you just saw me coat was a floor that had one coat on it. You know, we get a lot of comments from guys like, look how deep and rich that color is. And this side here that I'm standing on was water popped. We got the side that I'm buffing this oil into was not oil popped, but it's the same craft oil. So I'm done applying the oil. Now I'm going to get it up, and I'm simply going to wrap this pad white towel. How am I on time? I might not get the cleaning in, but
One of the things with these hardening oils is you want to make certain you get the excess off. That's a very critical thing with all the penetrating oil applications, is that you want to make sure that you don't leave any excess on the floor. So getting the excess up, and with the craft oil, you saw how easy it was to put it down. The you know, coming in, letting that soak in for 15 minutes and then removing it is, you know, very typical on raw wood. We just want to make sure we get all the excess up off of the floor.
Bona's craft oil package, they have a squirt bottle that you can work ahead of yourself, and so you're not stopping the buffer and applying oil. They also have removing towels, so you're not using a huge tack towel like this. But again, I'm just trying to get it up, get it quick. So that's it. Now, if you're going to do the craft oil, you can use the puck in the center to get into the corners, get the oil spread, and then just use a hand towel to pick it back up again. So in 10 minutes, that's a craft oil application. So real quick, I'll clean this floor. Again, this is just their maintenance oil cleaner. And this is warehouse dust. Just watch how this floor wets out. I mean, I feel like that guy on what's that commercial? 1999. Buy the schmop or schmoozy or whatever that is. So, doesn't water spot, doesn't hold dirt and debris. It's going to be a good product. Big thing, can be coated with Traffic HD, can be coated with any of the Traffic products. You can put a film forming finish on this in 12 hours.
And as always with European oils and oils that are oxidizing, you want to make certain that you take care of any oil-soaked rags or pads. We know a little bit about fire, and spontaneous combustion is something that you have to be cognizant of, even though the additive and the 2K part, and it will harden. You want to make certain that with these rags that you at least wet them and then dispose of them in a container that will not let spontaneous combustion occur.
And that includes the pads.
Includes the pads.
So
and pucks.
Yep.
And any tools that you use that are soaked should be handled with concern that you don't want to have spontaneous combustion.
So one more quick thing. If you guys have any topics for discussion, anything that you want us to do on Facebook Live, I know we have a time limit on this thing, but just let us know. We're open to anything. Some of the new stuff that comes out, we prefer to do just so that people see it, understand it, and get a little bit of reality on what's happening with it. So anyway, this is the clay, water popped and non-water popped. We have frost over here, and the frost is also water popped and non-water popped. And then we have the garnet, and the next day I actually put some charcoal on top of the garnet just to see what it looked like, because it was kind of red, but it gave it a whole different color. So there's the dual shading technique is available in this system. I heard that they'll probably come out with some pre-treatments for that reactive type stain on white oaks. So if you have any questions, let us know. I don't know if anybody's commenting or has a question, but feel free. cityfloorsupply.com. Call here. Info at. However, you know how to get in touch with us. Have a great day.